Good afternoon out there, shopkeepers and do-it-yourselfers. Today we've got a 1996 Ford F150. It's a 4.9 six-cylinder, and the serpentine belts come off. And they didn't know why. Well, you always check and make sure your pulleys are good. Tensioner pulley's good. Power steering pump pulley's good. Your alternator is free and spinning. You got an air pump down there that's spinning. Your water pump is good. Make sure you don't have any belt shards stuck anywhere. Well, the AC compressor is junk. So you can either spend $1,500 or $150 to fix it. They opted for $150. There you go. Now, you have to change the routing around the crankshaft. It still goes the same way. It just goes around the water pump in a different direction. And I pulled off the compressor clutch housing assembly because it was all junked. And it broke the nose cone off. Of course, it don't matter because the compressor was junk, but the belt was just barely touching this, and I didn't want to take the compressor off, not in this situation. And from the heat, the clutch coil, which magnetizes and pulls the clutch plate in, is all burned up. And that's why you don't want to reuse these if you happen to replace your pulley assembly. If the bearing is bad, of course this bearing is bad, you can see it's missing half of them, but if that bearing is bad, it gets hot, really hot, and it cooks that. So you don't want to reuse this if you get this. And Ford, I've noticed a lot of the compressors, they don't have options where you can get just a clutch coil assembly, which are these three pieces: the clutch plate, the pulley, which free travels, and then your coil. When your system is energized to turn the air conditioner on, you get electrical current flowing through here, and this is spinning over the top of that freely. Well, what happens is this plate is supposed to have a certain measure of clearance. Goes that way. It's supposed to have a certain measure of clearance and air gap between the pulley and the plate, and when it energizes and magnetizes, it pulls this in and removes that clearance, and this is being driven by the shaft of the compressor. See, when I kind of messed up that statement. When this is energized and pulled in, because this is running or spinning with the engine, the engine's running, the belt is spinning this pulley. When this pulls in, that forces that to turn, and that's how your compressor is driven. But I took it off because I didn't want any interference with the new belt rubbing on this pulley. So anyway, guys, that's how you do it. Shorter belt, problem solved. In some cases, you can't do this. You have to at least, you know, if your compressor's bad, you can get a new, take this off and throw it away. And you can take this off and press in a new bearing, or you can get a new one of these and put on there. It's a lot cheaper. You know, like maybe if you go to the junkyard and get a compressor, even if the compressor is junk, if the pulley is good, that's really all you need. That way you just turn it into a dummy pulley. It's not an air conditioner anymore, but it replaces what you had. But if it's difficult to replace the compressor, if it's laborious, then that's what I do to help a customer out. Because it's expensive to replace a compressor. The compressor itself is around $400, you know, minimum, and the labor to install it and all that, you're up close to $750, $800 minimum. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Share, like, and subscribe. Comment if you will.